Hello, this is Mike Johnson. I'm going to give you a little video to explain how these plug-in hybrids operate to get you ridiculously high fuel economy. I'm going to hold this camera up to the display and show you. Basically, I'm going to explain that this is a dual fuel plug-in hybrid. So let's look at this car's display over here. Right now it's showing it's getting 999 miles per gallon. And it has 6.2 miles range on the battery pack. So I'm explaining here, this is a generic video for all my plug-in hybrids, but I'm going to explain on this 2013. They're all the same on the Toyotas. On the left side of the car you have a gas door where you put in gasoline. On the right side of the car you have a charging plug. So the car features a charging system cable. I'm going to show you this one. They're universal. You just plug this in like so, and the other end you plug into a regular household outlet. You do that whenever you want. I recommend do it every day, because what you need to understand is this is a dual fuel vehicle. It'll run on gasoline or electric. So when you're running on your trip, at the end of each trip, it tells you your range and gas mileage. So as I start this car, I get in, I get my fuel range. As long as I'm driving under 62 miles an hour, I have a little display over here. This little bar slides over towards power mode. As I accelerate, it goes towards power, and as I decelerate, it goes into charge. If you plug this car in, you charge up your battery. It takes about 3 hours from a fully depleted battery. If it's not fully depleted, it doesn't take that long. Sometimes 20 minutes, depending to up to 3 hours, depending on how much charge you need on a Prius plug-in. So, and that's from a regular household outlet. There are higher voltage chargers, which are called level 2 chargers, and those will charge it in an hour and a half. But it's really not necessary to do the energy to get one of those for a Prius plug-in. It's unnecessary. So you're running on electricity for up to, say, 14 miles of pure electric. Beyond that, you're running on gas. At speeds over 62 miles an hour, you're running it on gas. It drives just like a regular Prius. So really all this car is almost like a regular Prius with a much larger battery that you can charge up at home. And electricity is cheaper than gas. In California for 2015, there's a possibility the fuel prices could climb by an estimated 70 cents a gallon, because they just passed, the law just went into effect for cap and trade. That's complicated to explain, but cars that burn gasoline will basically be forced to pay an extra 70 cents a gallon. It's not a specific finite number, but if you look up cap and trade in California, you'll see what I'm talking about. You can Google it. With this one, with the electric power, it's much cheaper than gasoline to charge the car and fuel it. So let's say, for example, you want to drive to the bank down in your same town and then go home. You can do the whole trip on a charge if it's under, say, 10 miles, and then you will use zero gas. If you live in a small community up in the mountains somewhere, you can drive around all day in a small place like that and never use any gas. You just use electricity. At high elevation, you have full power of the car because there's no altitude degradation of the electric motor. But let's say you need to go up to San Francisco or drive out to Texas. no problem. You don't have to charge the car. It just runs like a regular Prius. It uses gas. So try to explain it. I'm going to stop it right there so I don't get repetitive. If you have more questions, you can call me direct, 951-681-2101. Thank you. My name is Mike Johnson.